sort of the center of the street, if you would. And every time I use the word sort of, I hear God screaming in my ear, there's no sort of. And so it works a certain way. And so that's what we're going to try to figure out. And so how's everybody doing? How y'all doing? Let me look at you. Oh my God, y'all doing all right? There we go. A few possessed people. I see, this was a week where I found people were wonderful, loving, understanding, and insane. And that's the process. Judy, was it like that for you? How was your week? Wonderful, loving, and then crazy, totally crazy, and then wonderful, loving, and then totally. It was a little bit of a spin, if you would.
It was a roller coaster.
Roller coaster, right?
It was very crazy, weather-wise, people-wise, sleep-wise. Every avenue you could go down.
Sleep was a little crazy for you guys. Sleep was a little crazy, for a lot of people. Raise your hand if you had weird sleep any week, any day this week, any day, right? A couple of the days were a little nutty, right? And so, let me tell you the antidotal cure. It's really simple. If you have a green crystal, right? Eat it. Swallow it. Okay. No, don't eat it. But if you have a green crystal, you might sleep with it for real. And so, and that will make a difference if you have a green crystal. Is if you notice as I clear you, there you go. I see 2 or 3 people holding up a green crystal. As I clear you with this green crystal, I see I notice you guys, your sinuses are opening, your head got lighter, your head got brighter. Some of you feel like you can breathe. It's a different feeling. Green crystals matter. They really, really do. Green crystals matter. And so there's like a certain vibe. And then this is one I sleep with right here. This is it. So, anyway, pretty soon the bed will fall. You'll hear boom. What happened? Put all the crystals in the bed. Anyway, but it was kind of a little weird sleep this week. And so, but the energy of green healing energy. And so I'm up. I can go to Zion Heaven really easy. So I'm up in Zion Heaven, and I'm bringing down the green Zion castle to you guys. If you notice, some of you guys who are real receptive to spiritual gifts, you notice your head got kind of hot on top and light up in here. And so that's that spiritual gift. That spiritual gift will really just make you feel good. And so, but there's always antidotal cures, always. And so, and a lot of times there's crazy things when there's anything going on politically insane, right? Or left, either way, you'll notice that there's these kind of crazy shiftaroos. Anything that breaks any kind of unoneness in our little world we live in. And so if you imagine that right there, pull that down to your house, put it over your house. And so this green healing part of Zion Heaven. Now you notice your sinus is open. That feels really, really good. Feels really bright. Michelle, how are you? What are you doing? How's your week?
Hi, Gary. Oh, so much better. Thank you for clearing me today and also for clearing my mom. So I appreciate you so much. Thank you. And for clearing us. So
it was a little crazy today, right?
Yes.
Let me tell you what was on Michelle this morning. And so
yes.
It was like she had these domes of darkness that were above her, and so these are the ones, and if she had that above her, you guys, some of you guys have that above you. And so what you want to do is you want to ask God for the spiritual gift of a spiritual hammer. And so, Judy, you got a great picture of that. That's actually the way it really looks. And so, but just get this spiritual gift of this hammer and just crack it off. Just crack off the dark energies and go higher, go a little higher. And there you go, and crack it again, then go higher and crack it again, and then go higher and crack it again. And there we go. Now you're starting to feel warm in your head, and some of you guys are feeling a little tingly. So there's always these different things that dark energies do to trick us, to darken us down. And they do it on a mass level. It's not like they just pick on one of you and the other one and they leave alone always. They kind of do it to everybody. And even if you don't think you have these little things going on, many times you do. And so, but this is what it looks like. It looks like that, the spiritual gift of the hammer. And so, and when you crack it, you'll notice it shatters. It's kind of like, it shatters. I remember one time I was in Ojai, California. Looks like that. I was in Ojai, California, and I was driving down the road, and I was with Alice and Richard. I was with Alice, and Alice was driving, and it was crazy because I looked up and I said, I felt dark and I couldn't clear myself. And this was years ago, but I remember the first time it happened. And I looked and I saw that the sky had some block. It looked like I had a dome of darkness over us. And so I cracked it off. And Alice was like, wow, that mattered. And so it's really interesting. So you'll figure out these little things. And this was years ago. Well, they're still doing the same little tricks. So there's all these little tricks you can do as being a light worker. And what are light workers? Light workers are the beings on the planet Earth. Many of you have a Zion heaven connection. Many of you have a Zion heaven connection, and you can actually pull in this certain light that really, really matters. And you can light, as crazy as this sounds, not only you up, but you can light the whole sky up. You can light the world up, the whole earth. And so you want to meditate, clear yourself, clear your family, clear your world, clear the planet Earth, because that's where we live. And so it makes a big, big difference. I probably spend about half my spare time that I don't have, right, clearing the whole planet. And so you guys do the same. This will really make a difference. And if you don't do it, it'll also make a difference. So you want to clear the planet. That's so important, especially right now. I look forward to the spiritual retreat coming up. I'm all excited. Woohoo. Dean, you excited? Michelle, all you guys, Judy, Brian, who we got?
We are all excited. Can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be the biggest one yet.
We're excited because you added an extra day.
Oh yeah, we're gonna celebrate Dean's birthday.
You added an extra event today without telling anyone. So
everyone, if you're coming to the retreat and you're there a day early, you get a big treat because Gary's throwing a party. Woo!
Yeah. Well, I think I used to remember. You used to years and years ago. In we always would have like a little meet and greet kind of day.
Yes.
Yes.
And so I thought this would be a good little meet and greet. And so then I got a little carried away. And so, but yeah, we're gonna have a barbecue. And so
barbecue cookout.
Gary said he was meditating this morning, and God told him, "Hey, you should have a meet and greet." And so Gary called me.
A lot of new people are coming.
So Gary called me early in the morning, like at 6:30 my time, and said, "Hey,
wake up.
I have something very important to tell you." I'm like, "Oh my God, what is it?" And he goes, "We're going to do a meet and greet on Wednesday before the retreat." And I'm like, "Okay."
Something new.
Anyway.
Do we have to wear name tags? Can we play games?
Of course. I think we should put name tags. We should do them on our forehead, though.
Wear crowns or something.
Yeah, yeah. Just stencil them. Maybe stamp them. I don't know. I think so. We could guess names.
All right, I'll start working on that. I'll add that to my projects.
On your list of things to do.
Yeah.
It's great though, because basically we get together and we have fun, and we, you guys are, it always works into just the hugest party. And so that's what we do. Spiritual retreat right here in North Carolina, right here, and May 4th through the 7th. Well, now it's May 3rd through the 7th because Dean's birthday is May 3rd. And so, and I'm trying to make myself remember it. I have a really hard time remembering birthdays. And so, Michelle, you're a rock star at it, but
thank you.
Much. So now I'll never forget your birthday, Dean. Look at that.
Yes.
Woohoo! Good job, Gary.
Well, I'm sure somebody reminded him, but anyway.
Yeah. That's good. So we'll have a fun time. We'll have a little meet and greet. What do you do at meet and greets?
You just it's like an icebreaker, so everybody get to meet each other before.
Have fun.
I used to go to these. I had to go to these meet and greet parties with some of the celebrities that we were buddies with in Hollywood, and they kind of sucked, really, didn't they? Remember? Hi, how are you? Fine. You good? Yeah, you good? Yeah, you good? I call them pansy. It was like a pansy ass party. My least favorite people are pansy asses. Pansy asses are all about nothing. And some of you guys are in relationships like that. I usually choke you when I read you in private readings, it's like, you don't have anything to talk about. You're with your spouse, your husband, your wife, whatever, and you're hanging out and you're going, how are you? Fine. You? Yeah. You good? Yeah. You good? Yeah. Oh my God. Right. Remember those parties, Dean, where it was like a vacuum? It was like, I'm serious. I don't know if you guys have ever been in a room and it was,
Gary's got the opposite parties though. His ain't like that.
no, mine aren't like that. And so when you have a meet and greet, you're like, yeah, I'm glad to see you. I'm happy you're here. I'm here. You're here. Hey, we're having fun. And this is going to get even more fun. And it's going to be really good. And by the time you leave, you'll understand the concept of oneness. Yee, woo.
Yep.
And so, yeah, because you address whatever's going on. No more pansy ass stuff. You got to just deal with it, and straighten it up. But boy, we did our jury. It was like jury duty. Remember,
your meet and greet is really great, Gary, because everybody gets to see each other.
You get to bond
before their issues are revealed to everyone throughout the weekend, and then you start unraveling people.
Get comfy,
cozy
with each other.
When you come to a spiritual retreat, especially new people, they're really thinking they're the most screwed up human being on the planet. Right?
Until they hear others.
Until they hear everybody else, and they're like, "Oh my God, I am so normal." Yeah. That was pretty wild. I'm good, but we all become best friends. We really do become best friends really, really fast. And so I look forward to that. I look forward to Dean's birthday party. It's a meet and greet, and that's happening Wednesday. And that's the day before, most of the time people come in on a
Bring
Wednesday.
Gifts. Wait, well, are we muted? Oh my God, I thought we were muted.
What a shallow thing to say. Are you good? I'm good. Pansy.
Oh my God, I thought we were muted, Gary. I'm sorry. Bring Gifts.
Good. What do you want? What kind of gift do you want? I have to think of you. I don't
know. I don't need any gifts. I got enough stuff.
He's lying. He wants gifts.
No, just bring yourself and let's have fun. Yeah. That's it.
Or just call me. I'll tell you what he wants.
Nope. They're gonna come.
You need another dog.
Oh, Bella, come here.
No more dogs.
She's gonna be like, no.
Bottle of bourbon.
Yeah, he does like that bourbon.
Bottle of bourbon. Okay. Jeff loves that. Jeff works with us. Jeff is Jeff is Jeff. You'll meet Jeff when you're here, and he is the other bourbon drinker in the family. He drinks bourbon.
Jeffrey. I love him.
Drinks. If you get a bunch of bottles of good bourbon, which a lot of times you do, then Jeff drinks them. So it's like, hey, boss. And he calls his boss, I drank your bourbon. Oh, okay, whatever. You drank that much? That's crazy.
Yep.
We have fun though. We have fun. It's really good. I'm just looking at you guys. And so Brian, I'm looking forward to seeing you. I miss you. I miss you. I miss David.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait. By the way, Gary, we had another one of our outings. We celebrated Teresa Heben's birthday, and there was 12 of us that went.
Oh yeah, not
so much fun.
Nope.
Another one of those parties. Great party, Gary. Oh, well, I did the coolest thing I ever did this week. I actually did the coolest thing I ever did in a long time. And so almost, can you hand me that Aussie picture over there? My favorite thing in the world is my Aussie picture. Dean always makes fun of it.
Put it up. Don't give it to him, Gus.
Yeah. He makes fun of it, and I think you're just jealous. That's what I think.
Nope.
So,
I was there for the picture.
Yeah, right. So he's like jealous. I'll do it again. Take that. Anyway, and so this week I read another rock star. This week.
Oh yeah. Yep.
No?
Oh, did you tell Gary?
No, don't.
Oh. Go ahead, Gary. Tell us. Who was it?
I'm sure they want Gary to tell everybody.
Wants to know, right? You guys, raise your hand. No,
I had fun. So I'll just say I read The Family and the whole family, and it was a beautiful thing. It was a great experience. They had such a beautiful Zion heaven connection, and some of the most lovely, really lovely people. When if you read celebrities and stars, you think you always want them to be all that and then some, right? Not so much. Like I was just talking trash about how horrible the parties are sometimes. and stuff. And so, but this was actually the most wonderful experience. It was like so cool because they were as cool. If you were a rock star, would you not be cool? I mean, I think so, right? It was just like, hey, I want to be cool. Everybody loves me. I'm amazing at what I do. So, let's just say, well, it was a beautiful couple, and they had so much love and had so much light that at the end of the reading, I was really high from it. It was like a crazy high feeling. And they were like so good and so healed up. They were like, where did you come from? And so it was just a beautiful experience I had. And so anyway, I'll just say the first name was Carlos. And so
hint. No.
Oh my God, Gary. You cracked me up.
No way.
You cracked me up, Gary.
Yeah. And so
First name is Carlos, but I won't tell the last name, but I'll spell it for you.
Yeah. Anyway. Anyway, so it was the most Carlos. It was the most famous Carlos in the world, but it was just it was a really great experience. And so the coolest thing is he and his lovely wife Cindy want to come to a retreat. And so you guys that are coming to retreats are going to get.
They might show up.
Yeah, so we'll see what's happening here. And so, but they want to come really bad to a retreat. And so there we go. So I was all excited. That was really fun. Remember the time that Cheech came to a retreat, Dean?
Oh, that was fun.
That was funny. Everybody's like, "Is that Cheech?" I'm like, "Yeah." Yeah.
Do you remember he walked in? This is fun. I know everybody's got questions, but we're just gonna keep on talking.
Stories.
Right? Hey,
so much
remember
fun at retreats? We're excited. We're like little kids. We're like little kids waiting to do this retreat.
I know.
Do you remember this one, Gary? So everybody, if you've been to a retreat, you got 40, 50 people there. So everybody's in Gary's backyard. Everybody's having fun. Gary decides, since, a lot of people coming from cities, they need to have chickens walking around the backyard. So Gary went out and bought chickens and let them go loose in the backyard. So now he's got 10 chickens roaming around the backyard. Really thinking that the city people could be like, "Ooh, look at chickens." So then Gary decides he forgets his dog is a hunter. So he lets his dog out into the backyard. Cheech comes in and goes, "Hey, Gary, the party's going great, but your dog's walking around with a chicken hanging out of his mouth and there's feathers everywhere and blood." And some of your guests are horrified.
I said, "You're kidding me, right?" He goes, No. I'm like, "Was it bad?" He's like, "Oh my God. Jackie Collins threw up." I'm like, "Oh God." Okay. Well, you don't win them all. You know what I mean? And so anyway, but these are real true stories. And so, yeah, my dog ate the chicken. And so so we decided not to do chickens. We're not doing that. But remember the goats? I got goats. I like them. Yep. They were nice.
Cinnamon and sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah, because one was white and one was brown.
Yeah, and they were loving. They were the lovingest goats. I don't know if you guys ever had a pet goat. Well, if you never had one, don't get one. And so, but these things were just great. But if you're busy and you travel all the time, you got to have a goat sitter because you cannot leave goats by themselves. They get in trouble. And so remember Larry Hagman, I Dream of Jeannie, and what else did he do? Oh, who shot JR? So my goats kept getting out and going to his house. And so he kept bringing my goats back. And so, but I had all kinds of issues with those goats. But they would I loved them. You didn't love them so much.
No one needs a pet goat. No one. I don't even know if you have a farm if you want a goat. You just don't need one.
I like goats. I like goats because somebody else takes care of them. Anyway, so welcome to Tapping In. That's right. I'm supposed to tell you guys about your problems and work them all out and be psychic and stuff. And so we were just talking about having a fun time and a party, and it's good. Dean's birthday. I'm excited. And so I don't know if I'm more excited about it being your birthday or more excited about the party. I think Dean, I have to tell you the party, I think.
I'm sure. Because I've had many birthdays that you forgot about. So I'm sure it's the party.
Really easy. I can't help it. I don't know.
Gone.
Just do the party, and then you'll be like, oh yeah, what are we celebrating again? That'll help.
We're celebrating a spiritual retreat.
Yeah, there we go.
Everybody getting to know each other before their dirt is revealed.
There we go. Spiritual retreat. There we are. May 4th through the 7th. And call Michelle, hook it up 702-822-0548. 702-822-0548. And so I look forward to seeing you guys. And I really, really am excited about this one. This one feels different because I'm seeing people really going to thresholds of spiritual enlightenment. You guys are bumping into it. You really are. I am so happy that I've been any part of helping you do that. When I've been able to go to these higher levels, I mean, all I had to do was die 5 times to get there. But it was like, but going to this Zion heaven gave us this crazy amount of light it takes to really get above the darkness on the planet Earth. And so you guys, you don't really probably know what you can manifest, what you can do, the amount of miracles you can do for yourself and for other people. Because at this point, you guys, most of you guys are light workers too. And if you're not a light worker, what you call a light worker, it's only because you hadn't figured out that you can do all this stuff yet. But as you meditate and as you see these swirls in your eyes when you sleep, and as you've got all these different things going on, you get these little visions and little things or big things. And I mean, this is really cool stuff because you're really learning how to use the other parts of your brain that were not working. And so now you can actually do all these things that are amazing and healing and bring in all this light to help other people and help yourself. And so, Michelle, I'm like looking around the room and I'm thinking like, who do I want to talk to and what do I want to do? And so it feels, Scott Rumball, what are you doing? What are you doing? It feels
on
like
my list, Gary.
Was he? Oh, good.
Yeah, he was already on my list. We'll go ahead and spotlight him. Hi, Scott.
Hey, Gary, how you doing?
I'm good. It feels like you got stuff going on. I can see all these angels around you. And so it feels like you've been going, I don't know if you know, but it looks like you've went through a couple of breakthroughs to where you have you noticed that, wow, this is different. This is different. And
and like the manifestation is a lot faster too.
It is
fast. Like it's like, whoa, things happen. Like I can been able to make connections with people like effortlessly, like they just come in place. So it's been amazing how things have happened pretty fast.
That's so crazy, right?
Yeah,
I've seen the same thing, and I freaked out last night. Dean, can you believe I read an email?
Huh?
What? No. Like I really, I have to, I get so many emails and I love you guys and please keep sending emails. But they bring me all the ones that people send to me, and then I get a billion other things. Right. And so I got this big list of things that bless your heart, Dean looks through but I actually got an email yesterday from someone I wanted to connect with in my head. And it was a person that was at a Las Vegas seminar, and there were 2 people. It was a boyfriend, girlfriend, and they both had the angel Michael with them. So if you're watching the podcast, I actually was looking at my emails when they emailed me, bizarrely. And I was like, wow, what are the chances? And so it was like, for most people that seems easy, but for me it's not. And so I realized, and then I had 2 or 3 things happen in the last week that were really very key. That was stuff that I was manifesting a connection, and I was thinking about it. And then it just shows up really fast, really fast, really fast, really fast. So you're picking up on, Scott, the beat of the planet. This is what's happening. See, a lot of you guys are thinking, I wish something good would happen to me. I wish I could connect. I wish I could manifest. Okay, quit whining. and just start paying attention and want it to happen a little more. You just really got to just, all you got to do, just kind of want it a little more. And if you project like that thing, then it just starts to happen. And then acknowledge it, appreciate it, and then it happens all the time. Have you figured that out?
Yeah, the gratitude is important, but there's also, it's almost like you need to be like attached to kind of let it go. You want it, and let it go. Right.
That's normal. You think of it as normal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just
thank it for coming in before it actually comes in.
Yeah.
Start with the gratitude.
Yeah. I could see you got some breakthrough thing. I didn't know what it was, but I could feel it. And that's good. And so here, I want you to, take this bigger hammer that you saw the illustration of a minute ago. And so there's a bigger hammer that Zion God is giving you. Grab it. And other people, you can do it too if you want. And so, and now there we go. And so you cracked it. As soon as you thought about it, you cracked it already. And so now then I see you starting to shine because you got a little sweaty, your sinus is open, you feel really light, you have the sensation of floating up. And the reason you're floated up, there's only one little layer of dark stuff between you and Zion heaven. When you get to where you flow to Zion and back to earth, so that's the reason crystals are like so important. You want to just know and feel this energy between the crystal heaven, Zion heaven, and you. And so, and that's now totally open. So that big hammer actually cracked this layer. The demons put domes, these little domes of darkness over us to keep us from really flowing. And so now then your biggest higher selves are now down here on earth as your biggest higher selves. So one and the same. Good. That feels good. You had a question. What is it?
Yeah, a couple. So I was wondering if you could clear my kids. One in particular is having challenges. So Matthew, Sarah, and Lauren.
There we go. Oh, much better. You can feel your throat get warm and your heart get warm. There. One of them was having a hard time communicating. It just in general, and having a hard time relating, and now feels better. You got magical kids; they feel very magical, and so there we go. And so I cleared them. It looks good. I cleared all three actually, and so one of them's like doing great. One of them's freaking out because they're doing so good, right? Yeah, and so it's all good. It's all good. They're a little competitive. So the one that's doing really great, the others are a little bit like, I'm jealous,
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. It's kind of like Dean jealous of my Aussie pitcher.
Yep. I said, I'm going to hide it when I get there. I think I'm the one that took that picture. That's why I'm jealous. But I was behind the camera.
You're like, could I be in the picture?
Like, what was I thinking? Anyway, There we are. There you go. Now all your kids look really, really good now. You getting a new car?
Wasn't planning on, but maybe I should.
I see something coming that's going to just show up.
Is that right?
And so, and I see business going well too.
Okay, good. I was going to ask. So I do product development and I do things on the side, and I feel that's a big part of why I'm here on the planet is to bring products that are being good service to humanity. And do you have any guidance in terms of where I should focus on right now?
I hear, there's something, I coach a few different attorneys around the world. And many times, even though these are sometimes the most brilliant attorneys and super high paid attorneys, I say, you got to shut up and listen. I tell them that. Right. And I'm probably the only one that can get away with doing that. But in my advice to him, I said, you got to just really listen good. And then you'll understand why I'm saying it. And because then they'll figure out the whole big picture rather than interjecting what they know. Because a lot of times that, some of these big attorneys I work with, they think they know. Right. And you got to always guys be aware, you don't know, and then you can know more. But if you don't listen, sometimes you don't know. And so I got that vision, that strong of a vision, the one where I bitch out my attorney clients, right? And I tell them, you got to listen. Don't speak first. Listen. But I
Mhm.
see you getting all kinds of I see opportunities and crazy opportunities that show up. That's exactly what you're thinking.
Mhm.
So the reason I'm saying listen, because you have to really listen good to whoever these other connections are, and then that's where it'll connect, and that's where the rubber meets the road. And you
Mhm.
go, oh my God, yeah, finally. You've had a couple of those in the last month, and so, but it feels good that it feels really like some of your big kind of breakthrough things will start to connect like this,
Wonderful.
but you're moving to a much faster pace, which is good.
Mhm.
You see. Yeah. And so you're on the beat. You're on the beat. And so
Great.
when you meditate, guys, you'll get on this same beat and you'll notice that whatever it is you're working on in your world will start happening really fast. And so because it does happen really fast right now, really fast, it'll just come to you. It'll just happen. And that becomes normal. And you have to want it a little more than what you used to when you were manifesting before. Dear God, can you please bring me something if you have time? You don't know. You're like, God, bring it to me. I want it. I need it. I got, you see, in other words, like do it with enthusiasm and with a lot of energy, and you'll find it happens. And so, but you found the beat. I really think that's amazing. I can feel it.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
As a matter of
It
fact,
really is.
I feel like I manifested being called today because that was one of my intentions was to get called on today. So thank you very much. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
no, well, all you needed, you were right at that last little dark ring before you can actually go to Zion and back and Zion and back and Zion and back, you see. And so you want that to be a flow in your head. And so and it is now. So you'll notice a big difference. Yeah, it's not a little jump,
Great.
it's a jump. It's a big jump. And so
Wonderful.
yeah,
Awesome.
perfect.
Thank you so much.
Hey, thank you. Let me know. Let me know.
I will.
love
I
it.
will.
I
Thank you,
love
Gary.
it.
Love you.
Awesome.
Cool.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Scott. Always good to see you.
Mhm.
All righty.
That was cool. That was cool. I like it when it does that. I like it when it does that.
Yeah.
And it does that. It really does. These days, I've seen some really crazy healing stuff this week. I kept witnessing all these. I mean, I'm watching, me doing some of the private readings and things, and I'm seeing these very miracle-esque things occurring, and I'm freaking out, and nobody's seeing it but me, and I'm like, oh my God, I want everybody to see this so they understand this can really occur, right? And so big healing stuff is happening. Big giant healing stuff is going on right now, and you guys can be a part of that. Just believe it, know it. Anyway,
That's
who you got?
awesome.
Michelle,
Yay,
you
Gary.
pick somebody.
Oh, thank you, Gary. Can we go to Alejandro Cervantes, please? Alejandro.
Oh, you're gonna have the final.
Oh,
one.
sorry, I got him right here. Let me get you. Alrighty.
Oh, I got him. Okay.
Hey, Alejandro. Go ahead and unmute.
Hello, everyone.
Hey,
Hey.
buddy, how are you?
I'm good. I have two questions, if possible.
Okay.
So yesterday, I took my self-insured exam. Didn't pass. I was just wondering if the next time around I would pass.
Okay, I'm looking. Okay, I think you can see where I'm seeing. If you imagine where I'm looking, okay, don't think what you're thinking. Think what I'm thinking. And so if you imagine where I'm looking, I'm seeing a bunch of higher selves, and they're one's here and one's moving there and one's over there and one's moving here and they're nervous higher selves, right? And so and I'm going to bring down, and I'm going to pull. If you read the book Your Keys to Heaven, when it talks about the seventh dimension, where the ceiling comes down, it's like almost like sticky fly paper, and it pulls up all your crazy higher selves and gets rid of them. This is what I'm doing. And so I'm getting rid of a bunch of crazy higher selves. And by the way, guys, last week was the week for crazy higher selves. And so these things got in your way because you would sort of be in your focus. And then did you notice you would lose your focus, and you would
Yes.
have a hard time getting it back? And you would go, oh my God, and you would think, I'm a damn mess. Why am I such a mess? Right. And so, but that's why. So anyway, I'm going to clear all that. Is that okay?
Yes, please.
Okay, there we go. And I just cleared it now. See, your feet got warm, your chest got warm, you got light all over your body. And see, now your sinus is open. You feel that? You see? The only thing I got rid of were your negative higher selves that were running around crazy. Okay. And so I cleared those. And now listen to your head. Quiet?
Yes.
Very quiet. Okay. You got to do that before you take your exams. You actually had all the information in your head to pass the exam. So you had it in your head. Your higher selves got in your way. You know, the different times in life where you would look back and you go, damn, I was my own worst enemy.
Yeah.
Right? That's kind of a common denominator, right?
Correct.
Okay. That's your crazy higher selves. We all have them. I have them. Everybody has crazy higher selves, and you want to clear those negative higher selves. Very important. Read the book, guys. Your Keys to Heaven will make you understand it. And all you got to do is just pull those negative higher selves off, and then you'll find it becomes easy. Then you have your higher selves that know everything in the world perfect. And you know, Dean and I have been in meetings before, and I'll just start babbling and going into some brilliance, and we get out of the meeting, and Dean will say, "I didn't know you knew all that," and I go, "I didn't." You see, I didn't. I haven't. Remember, Dean, a lot of those meetings, you know, especially with different Hollywood types and things, and
I'm like that every Saturday.
Hey, yes,
I'm just joking.
Thank you so much. Anyway,
So
but
funny.
it's like, but it's like that. But the reason is because you go to this higher self that knows everything. So you have higher selves that know everything, as well as you have run amok higher selves, is what I call them, and they're running around causing havoc. And so now then, I want you to ask God and just say, God, angels, please allow my higher self that understands how to pass this test.
Please allow my higher self to pass this test.
That understands how to pass this test.
That understand how to pass this exam.
To slip into my body.
To slip into my body.
There you go. Sinus is open, chest felt warm, feel slightly happy, a little bit teary, feet are hot, right?
Yes.
Face is warm. Okay. And so I'm just I'm empathing, you see? And so what's happening is, see, that higher self, once it slips in, you've got brilliant higher selves, and you just do that, you see? And so, you know, a lot of times I remember doing things like, you know, shows in Vegas or shows, you know, where there's a lot of people, and I just simply go do a show. And different times, you know, you can either be funny, or you can be entertaining, or you can come up with spiritual brilliance, right? And so, but you got to keep the flow going, and I have different higher selves that do different jobs, you see. And so sometimes, and I learned this from Robin Williams. I really did. And because Robin Williams would just go off on a tangent. And so, and Dean and I knew him, and he would go off on a tangent, and it was funny. And he would not let you up for air. You would keep laughing until you were just, I can't take it anymore. I got to walk. I can't stay here with you because you're killing me, you know, because he had that type of funny. And I called it channeling funny. And so, so in doing shows, you know, I would sometimes just decide to channel funny to stir the room up. But I would always go to that go-to that I learned that from watching Robin Williams and the routine he would do when he would go to improving. He would improv and channel funny. And he would say stuff that was the funniest stuff you ever heard, you know, and it was based on improving whatever's in his face. And so you want to learn how to improv with your higher selves. But you can bring this to an art form when you're meeting with clients, when you're dealing with making sales or making deals or whatever it is you want to do, or passing tests, these things. And so you just want to learn how to dance with your higher selves. That's simple. It's easy. as long as you got it in your head. And you want to clear all the negative higher selves before you go into these meetings or go into these situations where you're passing a test, you see. And that's all you do. And that applies to everybody. It works like that. That's the way us little human beings work. Simple as that. And so, but I think you'll pass it the next time you try. And if you want to, you want to?
Yes, I do. I need to.
Well, then do it.
Will do.
Yeah. And then I heard you will. I heard it really loud. Okay. Do that. Okay,
Thank
buddy.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Hey, good luck. Good luck.
Thank
That
you.
was good. That was a good answer. That was a good question too.
Yeah.
Good questions always rattle out good answers. And so ask me some good questions. And then I think that's so applicable to everybody.
Yeah.
And we all, I think everybody's a little under the gun these days. And we're like trying to pull off whatever we're pulling off. And we go, how do I do that? How do I pull it off? How do I do that? How do I do that? And everybody's like, and it's not even it's you got, how do I continue to be my rock star self, really? And a lot of you guys are really brilliant. You're very good at your jobs. You're very good at what you do. And how do I continue, or how do I reach that higher vibration? Well, that's how you do it. You got to get in sync with your higher selves, because your higher selves are your magic. That's where your magic comes from. And so, and these days you have to use your magic, and it's important. And a lot of these, it's sort of sad that what I don't even know the generations. You got Gen Z, Gen X, what are they all? Michelle, do you know what they are?
The Snowflake Society.
Millennials,
No, that's not one.
all the different.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I really don't
that
know.
was
so
just showing.
many.
We're showing you guys how ignorant we are, and so we don't know. I don't know.
You just don't want to go there.
You got
Yeah,
Gen X, then
Yeah.
it comes Millennial, then it comes Gen Z, but I don't know what comes after Gen Z. I don't know.
yeah. I think they'll just sleep all the time. That's what I think. I think that's what comes after that, because it seems like as they get younger, they get lazier, and I'm looking, but they're so spiritually gifted. So I don't know how to fix this issue. And so you guys don't get me started, but it's like I when I talk to young people, they are so spiritually gifted. I mean, young folks are like freaks of nature on the spiritually gifted realm. They are so lazy. If breathing air was not an automatic function, they would smother. I mean, it would be, I'm telling you, I'm like, you think what? Anyway, and so because they're just a little bit lazy there. So I don't know what you got to do to fix that. You guys who have kids, I don't know what's wrong with you. But it's not easy. It's not easy being a parent these days.
We're in Gen Alpha right now. That's where we're at.
Gen Alpha. That means they're asleep.
That's from.
Are you joking? Are you serious? Is that the terminology? Really?
No, Generation Alpha. That's from 2010 to 2024, and
Alpha means the alpha consciousness. Yeah,
and then it's going to be Generation Beta after that.
Beta. Oh, so it goes alpha.
They'll be in
beta.
a dead sleep. They're going to be like totally just like what I said. That makes a lot of sense in some ridiculous, crazy way. That's funny. That's kind of funny. Wow. What do I know? Nothing. Everything, but nothing.
That's
I
it.
don't know.
It's always so exciting.
Yeah. You never know. Is he just crazy, or is he actually knowing everything? Well, I don't know. Yeah, depends on if we're alpha or beta. So that's what's going on. How did they name them that?
I don't know. I'm reading it. I googled it. It's from 2010 to 2024. Generation Alpha, and then 2025 to 2039 is Generation Beta.
That's so interesting, because this is the consciousness, right? And so, but I'm reading all these kids that are so spiritually gifted, but then when it goes to applicability, oh hell no. it's like when it goes to applicability and applying themselves to something that actually creates or comes to fruition and is productive. What did I say? What's that word? Productive. I have to explain to them what the word means. But it's like it's a little challenge. It's a little bit of a challenge. I'm sure none of you guys know anything about it. Anyway, who are we talking to?
Okay, thank you.
Funny.
Yeah, it went from 3D to 5D ascension. So as people are getting more spiritually evolved, that also is a part of it. Okay, anyway.
Yeah, did they realize this old guys have been out here cracking darkness off the universe for a minute, you know?
Yeah.
And that was a lot of work. I know they don't understand that word either. That's another word. That's another big word. We have to work through this anyway. We'll see. There we go. But if you were young these days, you were really spiritually. A lot of times these young kids are really so spiritually gifted, and they can learn how to not be lazy. Then, oh my God, they're going to be so well off. They're going to do really well. That's what I think. I think so. Judy, what do you think about that? What do you think about that? I saw Judy shaking her head like, oh yeah.
Oh, well, how soon are we going to be out of this alpha?
2025.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I guess maybe they need direction. Maybe they need to, I've worked with some 26-year-olds and they seem to want to go take a nap. But if you just kind of keep them moving.
You got to tase them every now and then. I don't know. Anyway, we'll see. I don't know. That's funny. Yeah, you have to work on this. You guys got to work on it and then tell me about it. Let me know what happens. Let me know what happens. There we go. I'm just gonna have a spiritual retreat and talk to God and heaven and show you guys how to do that. And then y'all work it out and let me know. Let me know what happens. There we go.
Okay.
Who are we talking to?
Thank you, Gary. Can we go to Bunny Lee, please? Miss Bunny Lee. Got it.
Hi.
Hey, Bunny. I'm gonna say thank you for the beautiful card you sent me this week. I appreciate that very much.
I tell you what, my heart just absolutely sank because you're always so upbeat and you're always, making everybody else feel good. And I could just see the pain and hear the pain through your voice about your friend. And I just felt so bad. I had to do something,
Oh, well, that was very sweet. Very sweet. Thank you. And my friend is doing really good. He's in Zion heaven, which is good.
Oh, that's awesome.
He was totally a Zion being. He had the ability to think way outside the box. And so that's the reason we did a show for 25 years together. And it was a #1 show in San Francisco with a few million listeners. A lot of you guys watching tonight met me through JV's show. On Wild 94.9, and it was crazy because I had talked him out of doing this earlier, and then he that was about a year and a half ago, and then he ended up, his illness got to be overwhelming to where he couldn't take the pain anymore, and so but the cool thing was when and they found him right where I said he was, down by the pier, and so it was crazy because when he jumped into the water, I seen him jump into the mouth of one of these wormy demon things, right? And so, and I never could see them clearly because they were very hard to see. And so that was the first one I could see clearly, and I got him out of that. But he's in Zion heaven actually, and he's an advisor to God. His job in heaven is an advisor to God about humans. Because if you do a morning show, right? If you do a morning show, you really do understand humans. You really do. You get it, right? And so because you kind of go through this problem, that problem, people's problems, what's going on. You're in the beat of society, of the world. And so he's a beautiful person. Lots of love. There's a beautiful tribute at GarySpivey.com. Go check it out. You'll see. And so, but he had this amazing ability to understand humans. I mean, he was just great at it. And so that's his job with God right now.
That's awesome.
And he likes his job. Yeah. But thank you for the card. Your joy.
Oh, you're welcome. And I just want to make a little note to Alejandro. I hope I didn't botch his name. I took that test as well, dude, and I didn't pass it the first time. That test is really hard. But if you did one of those 3 or 4 day cheat sheet type things that you go to, these little classes they do, those are okay. But you really need to know the book backwards and forwards. Go back and do all the little test things on each chapter of those books, and that'll really help you on those
It
tests.
feels like he heard you
Not
and he
easy.
listened and he'll do it. I feel good about
Yeah,
that.
they're
Yeah,
not
it feels
easy.
like everything he says is exactly right, and I hear he'll follow suit and do exactly what you did. And
Yeah.
so perfect. Yeah. So you
Yeah.
passed it the second time? Okay, good. And so
Yeah.
ask me your question. You had a question. What's going on?
Yeah, blessings to him. Yes, sir, I do. We have some friends that they've lost a relative, Tony Workman. She was 30 years old, and bless her heart, they don't know whether she killed herself or whether she was murdered. It's a serious thing. Tony Workman, and she has a beautiful baby boy that was just a year old, and that's why they don't think that she killed
Does she have
herself.
does she have a history of antidepressants?
Yes.
There we are. Okay. And so sometimes you can take an antidepressant, and when you read the side effects and it says side effects suicide, it's not
Yes.
joking. It's not joking. It means side
Okay.
effects may be, and what happens is people get the nerve to do it. They get a nerve enough to just do it. Okay, I think I will.
She's been having a lot of conflict with the father of the baby.
Yeah, I can see just drove her crazy. And so but
Yes.
let me just look at her.
And I hope
She's she is earthbound. And so
no,
just
no.
just say her first name. Say her first name.
Tony,
Tell her to look up.
look up.
Tell her
Look
to
up,
take her.
Tony.
It's a grandma or a great grandma. It's an older lady. Say take grandma's hand.
Take grandma's hand, Tony.
There we go. Now say take the angel's hand.
Take the angel's hand, Tony.
There. Okay. Now she went. There we go. She took a step into the light. She went. There we go. Now you got really hot all over. Feel how warm you got?
My gosh.
Yeah. You see, you feel real warm. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, real warm. Now your feet are on fire. And
Oh
so
my
that's
gosh,
because,
they are.
yeah, it's because hers are. And so you did her a big favor. She was
Thank
stuck. Yeah. You guys, you can't kill yourself. Cause I mean, if you kill yourself, you better be best friends with somebody who knows how to get you where you're going. And then it's not
Absolutely.
always a guarantee, because it's against God's rules. And so,
Yes, absolutely.
but you're going to,
Thank you, Michelle and Dean, so much for getting me through. And hey, listen, if
Of course.
if you could put a word in with God for some money down here, I need some abundance, man. I'm telling you, I
Let me show you.
really.
let me show you a spiritual trick. Okay.
Okay, I need one.
Okay. I want you to manifest abundance. Say, God, I would like to manifest abundance. Bring me abundance, please.
God, I would like to manifest abundance. Please give me abundance, please.
Turn the volume up 4 times.
God,
then
I
say it.
have to have abundance, please. I mean, like really.
That was 3. That was 3. Do it more.
God, I need abundance. So
There you got it.
bad.
There you got it. Okay, there you got it. Now, if you notice, look how hot you got. You feel it. You feel
I
it now.
am like, oh my gosh, I'm sweating. I am
Okay,
sweating.
that is the way. That is the way you have to manifest now. It's a different beat. You have to manifest. You have to manifest with that enthusiasm and that desire. And now you feel hot all through your body.
I'm like burning up. I hope I didn't blow anybody's eardrums out. They're not going to invite me in.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. Now you understand the beat. That's all you got to do.
I do. Yes, sir.
Okay. Good luck. You'll do well this week.
Love you.
All right.
Love you. Thank you.
You too. Love you too. Thanks for the
Awesome.
card.
Thank you, beautiful
was
bunny.
Thank you.
That was sweet.
Oh, so awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who are we talking to?
Thank you. Can we go to Shelly Berkowitz, please? Miss Shelly
You got her?
Berkowitz. I got you.
Okay.
All
All right, Shelly, unmute yourself.
Hey, Shelly.
Guys. Okay, so
How
I
you
have
doing?
this beautiful boy right here that just passed away. Also 30 years old, just heart just gave out.
Hmm.
His name's Dylan. And his
Mhm.
mama
Had he
just
had a-
doesn't
did he-
know.
Did he have a problem earlier with his heart that was known or not, or
They
you don't know
know.
about?
He didn't do drugs. He didn't drink.
Yeah, I see something. I don't think they knew about it. Maybe he was even born with a heart murmur. and they didn't know. And so, but that's what I'm feeling. Feels like it was an earlier thing. I just see him in heaven. He's like, tell him I'm good. He's just telling me to tell you to tell him that he's good. He's got a dog with him. And so he's happy in his heaven, and he's with an older man. I don't know if that's his grandfather, just an older guy. I think it's his granddad or something.
Yep,
You
hi,
know.
his grandfather.
Okay. And so, but
Thank
he's
you.
good. He
Thank
just
you.
wants to tell you he made it. He's happy. He's
I'll
good.
tell
He's
his
good.
mama.
He's good. Yeah. He's like, tell her not to cry. He's happy. He's really, really good. He said his heaven is not boring, and he's got a new car in heaven. I guess he wanted a new car.
Is he sending her signs?
He said little ones. Yeah. He had little ones. Yeah. She'll get, she'll smell him. That's her sign. She'll smell, his deodorant or his right guard or whatever, or his cologne, and then many times people find dimes. It feels like she's finding dimes and things. And so that's just sort of a big one. People do that all the time. And so that's because the dime represents the 10 dimensions to heaven. And so, but I see that. So
Thank
yeah,
you.
she's like, she is she has a beautiful energy around her. That's the Mother Mary maternal energy. So she's a real spiritual person herself. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah. So he said, tell her I'm with God, believe it or not. So he's happy. He's doing really good. He's in the garden. He's in the first heaven, in the beautiful garden there. The garden in the first heaven is beautiful. There's many heavens, but he's in this beautiful heaven where there's just all these gardens. And it's really blissful. It's really interesting. I went there today and hung out in some of the places that I was privy to go to, but he's just there. That's where he's at. He's good. He's doing good.
Thank you
Okay.
so much. I appreciate you.
Good luck. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
He says thanks. He said thank you. He said thank you. His dog waves. He just got his little dog's paw, whoever his dog is. Anyway, it's all good.
Awesome.
It'll make sense. It'll make sense to his mom. So
Yep. Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you, Shelley. We'll be in touch. Awesome. Okay. Next person. Let's go to Jacqueline DeGrasse. Miss Jacqueline, and
Is it
we
just under
actually have,
Jacqueline, Michelle?
yeah, I actually see her right here. We actually have something that she asked ahead of time for this one, so I need to share. We got to show you something, Gary.
Are you there, Jacqueline? Can you talk?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Okay, take a look at this, Gary. Jacqueline shared this, and I needed to get her on.
Gary, this is a little puppy, a little Frenchie that I'm working on, about 5 months old now, that got sandwiched by 2 other dogs in a freak accident. And I'm trying to help her so she can walk. She can feel her back legs, but they're withering. And I wanted to ask you if you could try to help her. You see how the spine is folded back on itself. I can't get it to move, and I don't know what else to do. But then on the other picture, in the middle, you can see a little angel face. If you look in the middle of that X-ray.
Well, that's probably your energy because
because we can't figure out initially why she even
can feel. Yeah, it makes no sense that she's able to feel, but she can. And so I just I'm just clearing her. I'm going to do my part. You're doing your part. And let's hope for some crazy miracles. And so I just cleared her, and I pulled off some dark energies that were with the aggression of the other dogs attacking her. And so, but I just cleared it all off. And I see some movement in one of her legs this week. You'll notice a difference. And so that's what I see. But I believe if you notice your lower back feels you might notice your lower back and middle back feels hot. And so I'm going through you to get to her. And it's funny, your spine's lighting up. I can feel it. And so the easiest thing to heal is white matter. The easiest thing is if there's a brain injury or spinal cord injury, those things are much easier to heal for whatever reason. And so I just put a lot of healing energy in there, and I got rid of all the negative energy. And you just keep on doing your thing because you're magic. I mean, you really are. You really are magic. I've seen you fix things with animals before that should not be fixed. So or we shouldn't be able to be, but you're sort of like a multi-dimensional light worker with animals. So good luck. Good luck.
Thank you. Do you think she'll grow okay in that area and walk?
I have to say I do. Yeah, I feel good about that. Yes, I feel really good about it.
Oh, good.
Good luck. Good luck. And my feet got hot when I said it. Yeah, it makes no sense.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Hey, I appreciate it too. And it makes no sense compared to the injury, but it makes no sense that she's able to do what she's doing with the injury. So she's just going to kind of be a freak of nature, and it looks like it's gonna happen. You'll just know. You'll just know. You're good like that. You're really great like that. You really are. Good luck. Okay.
Thank you, Jackie.
It's really great. It's so cool because a lot of veterinarians
Thank
a lot of veterinarians
you.
and really good doctors. You're welcome, honey. And really good doctors work off their intuition. I've seen like really good doctors, even neurosurgeons, brain surgeons, and they do, when they work off their intuition and what they feel, they do miracles. And their training almost goes away, and they do it on intuition. And I know I had a buddy recently who had a heart procedure, and they told me light up the surgeon, and then they showed me that I had to really light it up so the surgeon would make the right decision. And he had a split second to make a decision and if he didn't make the right one, my friend would have died. And he made a split decision to do something that was not exactly copacetic to what would be this problem was. But he made the decision, and it worked out perfect, and my friend's alive. And so I seen that. And I was thinking about that this week. And I worked with a kid that I felt really strong about helping, and this little baby, and I worked with this little baby and his parents, and it was the same thing where the doctor's doing a procedure on the heart, and he had to act, and he had 1 second to figure out what to do. And so, this is a time where human beings, many times, even if they're not used to being psychics or they're not used to being healers, but even they could be, scientists like doctors. And many times the light will override the science, even as serious as in neurosurgery or in heart surgery. And I've seen this with both. And it's pretty wild when I see those particular things, and they'll tell me, light them up. Remember one time, I remember different situations where God would tell me, light them up. And so remember, Dean, when we were landing in Aspen in a private jet one time, and God told me, light up the pilot, light the pilot, light him more. And Dean's we're sitting face to face in a private jet, and one of our wealthy clients. And there was no indication that there was any problem until we got to the ground. And then the jet flipped on its side, flipped back on its side, flipped back on its side. And we were too close to the ground to know what. And so the jet's nose started going down to hit the ground. And this was about as close to crashing as you could ever imagine. And I just kept hearing, light the pilot. And the pilot, when I said light the pilot, for no reason had told the co-pilot to keep his hands on the flaps. And if he tells him, turn on full flaps, because he wouldn't have had time, even 1 second, to do that. So he told him ahead of time because I lit him up. So when you have all this light and you understand, you will act on your intuition, whether it's heart surgery, brain surgery, flying a jet, you see. So anyway, this plane moaned. Remember that thing, Dean?
Yep.
And so this plane, I mean, this jet was moaning. It was a whoa, 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 you know, and one side I'm looking at the ground on this side, next minute I'm looking at the ground on this side, and the nose of the plane's all into the ground. And so it finally moaned its way out, and we pulled out, went back up into the air, and we came back around, and it was wind shear. That's what wind shear will do. And we landed. And when we got out of the plane, the pilot said, I've been flying jets for 16 years, and this is the closest I ever come to dying. So he was honest, right? He goes, but weirdly, something told me to tell the co-pilot to have his hand on the flaps. So he had him hit this particular thing that give it a little bit of a lift so it didn't hit the ground. So in these moments, if you guys have a little bit of light, and my point is to everybody, in whatever situation, you may not be flying a private jet, you may not be doing brain surgery, you may not be doing heart surgery, but in your moment of whatever those moments are, if you have enough light, you're going to know what to do. That's just what I've observed. And so that's the reason you want to meditate every day. There's not a better reason. That's probably the best example I ever gave, I think. And so you want to really, really realize that to have the light will save your butt. It really will. And maybe another person's, and maybe someone you love. And so you really, really want to have that little extra light. And so you want to be appreciative to God. God, thank you for the light. Thank you for the light every day. Thank you for the beautiful meditation stuff that you give us. Thank you, God. Thank you, God, for my spiritual gifts. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. And so there's a golden pyramid that's coming down around you guys right now. I see a gift of a golden pyramid. Just reach and get it and bring it down. And that'll help protect you, your light, and your spiritual gifts. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. That feels really good. Feel your sinuses open, Michelle. You can feel that. That's kind of weird, huh? See?
There you go.
There you go. That's exactly what I saw. I was gonna say exactly before she showed it that I saw a pyramid that had the lights.
You had beams, yeah.
Yeah.
That brings you high. That brings you really, really
Good job,
high.
Judy.
Ooh, there we go. Yeah. Who we doing? Who we talking to?
Oh, thank you, Gary. I'm gonna get some new people in. I'm gonna go to Nick Junkman. Nick Junkman. Hi, Nick. I see you. Go ahead and
know
unmute.
what's weird is I just drew that.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's
Let me
awesome.
see. Let me see it. Let me see
Well,
it.
perfect timing, too.
Mhm.
Oh my God. Look at that.
Anyway, so I feel like me and my daughter might need to be cleared. I don't know why. One day I felt like my throat was kind of, something was on it, and I went like this, and I just kind of tossed it away, and then all of a sudden I could breathe, and my dog started chasing something around my bed. So like, I feel like maybe there's some stuff in my house and my daughter.
Hey, I want to show you guys this, and I'm going to go there. And I heard every word you said. I'm going to go there. Can you see this? See that? It's so interesting. We're doing these pyramids, right?
Yeah.
This came from my friend who his auntie was like Edgar Casey's friend who lived with him. And she drew this, and this is a cover of a little book she did with Hugh Lynn Casey, his son. And he texting me this cover. This is a very old book, but they found all these writings and things in the attic, in the attic of his auntie's house. And so
I
she
love
has
that.
she has all these different things. And so I was tapping into that sign. And so the fact that you drew that, show me yours. Show it to me again. Show it to me again.
It's not done yet, but
I love it. I love it. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. And so all these things are just kind of popping in and coming to us. And so when I look at you, I'm clearing your head, I'm clearing the throat energy. And was this who was it? Your daughter?
And my daughter, her name is Marley. But my dog was the one that chased the invisible thing around my bed.
Dogs do it. Dogs can tell you, they can see stuff. They can see stuff. And cats can too. It's pretty crazy. I'm just clearing off what I saw. And so now I just see it raining. I don't know if you've been manifesting abundance, but I just see it raining golden coins.
Thank you. Yes, I have been trying to manifest so hard. I've been trying to get my visualization to work, but I just can't seem to see yet.
Okay, there we go. Now try. Now you can see golden coins everywhere. See them? Allow it. No, allow. Okay, imagine it. There we go. Higher. There you are.
Yeah.
Now you see it. There. Got it.
Thank you.
Yeah, you weren't looking in the right place. You have to look like a little higher.
Okay.
A little higher. There we are. And so now see your hands are warm. See? There, a little higher, right there. See it? There.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and allow it to happen. So you know what you're doing. See, as soon as you see something, you lunge at it.
I do.
Because you're trying to control it.
I know. I keep saying I surrender, God. I surrender, but apparently,
yeah, that's
I'm
nice.
not.
That's nice. Sounds good. Anyway, so you need to look in the mirror and say, I will not be a control freak
a control freak
from hell.
From hell. Okay.
Yeah. And so because you're blocking all your light by being a control freak.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll let that go.
Yeah. Is your what?
Wow, that looks beautiful.
Yeah. And what did you say? Is your what?
Is my daughter, does she have a lot of stuff on her?
No, I cleared her. She's good.
Oh, thank goodness. So there wasn't a whole lot on us then?
No, you just are controlling.
Okay.
Don't bum out. You should be glad. That's all.
I'm super glad, but I really want to stop being controlling.
Okay, then stop.
Okay. When do I have a man come in, or do I have to stop being controlling before that happens too?
I will stop being a control freak with my relationship
from hell.
Yeah, that's all you got to do.
Okay.
How silly is that?
That's very silly.
Yeah. See, now you feel light and warm inside. See?
Yes, I'm always trying to get my heart to be light as a feather.
Then that is. And all you got to do is quit controlling. See, spiritual things work on the science of allowing, not on the science of controlling. Mm-hmm. And so that's it. Was your mother a control freak?
Both my parents are very controlling.
Mm-hmm. But your mom was really controlling with you, right? With you, do you know? Make sense?
Yeah. She even tries to tell me how to wear my hair, and still.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Does she drink?
No.
You should try to get her to.
She's a mean drunk.
That's okay.
But she won't let. She even said she didn't want me to come down to your retreat, and so she was upset about it. So
of course, anything that could do you good, she'll be upset about. And that's what they do, you know. Come anyway. Come anyway.
Well, once those coins show up in my hand, I'm going to be there.
All right. Well, there they are. And so, yeah, okay. I think you'll find it. But you know, most of your control freak stuff really comes from your mother. And so when I cleared all that off, you know, she's an angry drunk. She's actually an angry human.
You're right.
And so when she's drunk, it comes out, and then she's not able to mask it very well. I think that's the reason I told you. I think that's the reason I told you to get her drunk. You know, it's like, look at you go, look at you go. Film her when she's like that. Show it.
I should.
But she likes to spread pain to anybody she can. You know, how old is she?
Almost 70. I think she's like 68.
Sure to learn something in that amount of years. You know, it's amazing.
She's
Sometimes
been miserable.
always.
Mhm.
Yeah. And but she wants you to be miserable too. So don't be miserable too. You know, and so you won't. You look good now. You look really good. Good luck.
I'm
Okay.
so happy now. I'm so glad I got to talk to you.
Yeah, you feel better. And see, and now you won't project all that mess to your daughter like she did to you.
No, I was really hurting my daughter, and I'm so glad that.
You
Thank you so
realized,
much.
yeah, well, you realized it, and you're like, "What am I doing? I'm acting like her. You know, acting like your mom. Stop."
I did. I did.
Yeah,
I
you
had
did.
a
Yeah, yeah. You
huge
had a little.
awakening.
Yeah, you had a little come to Jesus with yourself. That's good. All right. Good luck. Okay.
Thank
so much.
you. Thank
Good
you,
luck,
babe.
honey.
I mean,
Good luck. I like
awesome.
her. I like her. I wish she would come to the spiritual retreat, even though her mom told her
Yeah.
she's going to go to hell if she doesn't.
Thanks.
Oh my God.
You're going to go to hell in a handbasket if you go to a spiritual retreat. You may meet the Lord. You may meet the Lord. Oh, God.
I still got
People.
lots of people for you, Gary. Do we still
Okay.
have time?
Yes.
Yeah, hit it.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
go to Maria C. Foster, please. Miss Maria. Hi, thank you.
Mauricia Foster.
There you go. Gotcha.
Unmute yourself. Oh, there you go.
Does it work?
Yep.
Hi. How are you, Maria?
Hey,
I'm
girl.
good.
Hey, what's your question? Because we're going to try to cram in a bunch of people. So what do we
Okay.
got?
My question is, my husband left January 28th.
I heard good.
It was sudden. I wanted to know, why is he coming back, and how am I going to survive financially without him?
It feels like that he sort of is waking up, and I think he's going to kick in some money to you. And so that's what I see. It feels like he's off on a tangent to make some money. So that's the good news. Does that make sense?
It does.
Mm-hmm.
It
Sometimes
does.
he would just go off and make some money and come back, right?
Right.
Well, that's what he's doing. And so, but he didn't think you would agree with what he was doing and how he was doing it.
So do you see him coming back, or not really?
Not really, but yes. What does that mean? Not really. He'll come back, but he's not going to come back emotionally.
Okay.
And so you guys are a little dead in that department, right? Okay. And so I think that you're trying to make it something it's not. And so finances is one thing, emotions or real true love is another. And so you stay angry with him even when he's around you, right? Yeah. Well, if you stay mad long enough, you run him off.
Right.
So you ran him off. Right?
Right.
Okay. Well, there you are. And so you can't be. How was your mother? God, I'm in motherland here.
Oh. Controlling.
You got the same problem.
Yes.
As a person I talked to before you.
Yes.
You're like this control freak, and you are angry at your fellow, and so you finally just projected so much anger. He's like, well, okay, I'm done. But he will help you financially, but he's not going to be there emotionally, because he don't trust you. Because you do the thing your mother. You're turning into her.
Oh God.
And so, well, okay. And so you don't want to turn into her, right?
Right.
You do want to turn. You don't want to turn
No.
into. Okay, here, I can clear that off you. And then there's a whole dimension where you got all these projections of her higher selves from the time you were born, to control you. And she was always controlling, always, right? But in a psycho kind of way. And so you don't want to be psycho. And so you're kind of psycho with your husband, and you pissed him off and he's gone. And so, but you can get another one, and then you don't have to piss him off. So you can do this again and do it better, but basically, you've just worn each other out. And I'm not telling you your husband's a saint either, because I can see, I can see who he is. And so, but he's a good got a good heart, you see. And so he will help you financially, but he's going to be, it's just like you guys have wore each other out in this life so far. And so I'm clearing your mother off of you. That's the reason I'm moving my hand up and down. And so I'm just clearing her off. There we go. Now I got it. There we are. I cleared 742 mother higher selves off of you.
Thank you.
Your sinuses open?
Yes.
Feel like you can breathe.
Yes.
Crazy feeling, right? So now you won't turn into her, which is great. Now, it may be too late for the husband, but you'll get another husband, you see. And so, and you won't do the same routine again. Make sense?
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. I like you. You're going to be fine. He'll give you some money. That's what I see. He's just out making some. He'll be back.
Thank you.
Hey, good luck, honey. Good luck. Good luck.
Thank you, Mary.
Who we got, Michelle? I just want to talk to a bunch of people. And all this week
Awesome.
I'm doing, I'm adding a day tomorrow too. I had this jostled up schedule this weekend. And so tomorrow I'm working tomorrow. And so I have a day tomorrow where I'm working, and we're adding another day this week of me doing private readings, because a lot of you guys are going through stuff and you need some help getting over the little hump. And so last week, I just could not get to everybody. And so we're adding a couple of days. And so if you want to book a private reading with me, 800-827-GARY. And you can call right now. And actually, Dean, are you answering the phone? You're answering the phone, right?
I will. If you want to talk to me, call me.
Yeah. Okay. Call now, 800-827-GARY, and you can book a private reading with me. And actually, I have 2 or 3 spots tomorrow, and I opened up a whole nother day this coming week. And so you guys, they'll fill up really fast. But if you guys want to call 800-827-GARY or leave a message at GarySpivey.com. And Dean will talk to you and hook you up, because last week I couldn't get it all done. And so we added some days this week just so I could do what I need to do, because I really want to get you guys all tuned up for what's happening out here in the world. It's really a different beat. And some of you guys feel like you're really close to something, really like you're right on the cusp of winning, and you can't seem to make it work out. And so I can kick you over that little hump. That's important. There I am with my crystal ball. There we go. I love that. That's funny. Anyway, good. So call me up, 800-827-GARY, GarySpivey.com. Who we talking to?
Thank you. Okay, so when I call your guys' name, since we're running out of time, try to be as quick as possible so we can get as many people in, okay? So I'm going to go real quick to Alice Smith, because hers is about pain.
All right, Alice, unmute yourself.
Okay.
Okay. Hi, thank you. Okay, I know you got to do this quick. Gary, I'm having a problem with my back. I had it since November, and some days are better than other. I have an appointment to see an orthopedic surgeon. They did an MRI, and there's some issues. So I want to see how we can, what do you think? How can you help?
Well, I think before you have surgery, you should certainly call me and let me do a private reading with you.
Okay.
And I'm not fishing for a private reading. I got more people to talk to than I can talk to, but I'm just saying I think it would be important because I see them, doing. I don't like what I'm seeing. And so sometimes people are selling surgeries, and I don't want you to be the victim of somebody selling a surgery.
Some days are better than other, but today's a hard day.
Yeah, let me just clear off what I see. There we go. There. Now then, so you notice you can breathe, you got dizzy, and now your feet you can feel your feet and your legs again.
Yeah.
And so you had a little sciatica with this thing.
Yeah,
so,
they're saying it's not sciatica, but I think it is. It's one leg.
You could one leg more than the other. I feel one of your feet right now.
Yeah.
The energy in one of your feet came on, and it's super warm. And so that means that I cleared your sciatic nerve on that leg. And so now, see, there we go. And I look and see how you feel now. Let's just see how you feel now. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. I feel a little better.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. And you'll notice that it feels like to me that there. And I just took you to a higher vibration. And so now the pain kind of alleviated, I see.
Yes.
It kind of faded
Sitting
away.
down, it affects me. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Good luck, honey. Okay.
And then real quick, I want to just ask about Joe. They found a spot in his lung and he has an appointment next week.
Mhm. It looks golden, so let's see how it goes. When I looked at the spot, it could be scar. It could be scar tissue. And so, did they tell him that?
No, just they're saying they're hoping that maybe he had bronchitis because he got really sick for 3 weeks and he's still
Right.
coughing. So we don't
Yeah,
know.
it looks like I think so too. And so I just cleared what I saw, and it went golden really quick. So that's good news, I think. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Gary.
Thank you, Alice.
Thank you, Alice.
Thank you,
Love you.
everybody. Great to see you all.
You
Thank
too.
Good luck.
Oh,
Good
I
luck.
love her.
She's
Okay.
great.
let's go to a new person real quick. We're gonna go to Karen Toth. Hi, Karen. Thank you for being so
You got her?
patient. Yep, I got
All
her right here. Hi, Karen.
Oh, unmute yourself, Karen.
Okay, there.
There you go.
Yeah, I was on your master class on Sunday and I did some of those cutting out of the whales and hammering, and I felt so much better.
Oh,
And
good.
yeah, like, I mean, and I did it for my son and he had a good day that day. So
Good.
yes, thank you. Thank you,
Thank you.
God. What I'd like to create is being a better healer, because I work with a lot of children with special needs.
Oh, wow.
And I'm not at the point where I can see whatever it is. I just kind of go with whatever
Well, you have great intuition, and your gut intuition's amazing. Close your eyes just for a second. Okay. Now look up a little higher. Look a little higher, little higher, even yet. Lean your head there, right there. Okay. See how everything went bright?
Mm-hmm.
That's the space. That's the space where you read from. Right there.
Okay.
And then I heard, hello, I love you. Can you hear that?
Yes.
You heard that, right?
I actually am hearing like almost angels singing type of thing.
Yeah. Well, so you're tapped into heaven.
Oh.
And the heaven, the singing you hear is heaven's choir. There, you can hear it really well. I can hear what you're hearing. That's neat.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I heard, hello, I love you. That's God.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Yeah. So you'll be able to hear God really easy. But that's the space you hear it in.
Okay.
Neat, right?
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. And I see your ears are red. Your left ear is very red. And
Yeah.
so is it warm? Your left ear is hot, right?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Okay. Yeah. And so usually that's the ear you hear God in. Okay. And so when you're working with these kids, you'll hear things to do that just do it, and you'll find it'll work. That's how I work with autistic kids. I work with autistic kids, and I get such a joy when I'm able to fix them. When I call it popping them out of autism. And
Right.
so, and all of a sudden they can talk and they start acting good. They look at you in the eyes and they never did before. And so, I mean, their parents are overwhelmed with joy. And so it's such a good feeling, but you're going to be able to make a difference because you can understand and you have a beautiful, empathy. You can empath anything. And so the good news is you're an empath. The bad news is you're an empath. And so you'll pick up on negative things or negative people too. So you have to go above it and clear it, but you're really spiritually gifted. And when you get to where you're fine honing your talents now, which is beautiful, you should come to a spiritual retreat. If you can, that would be a life changer for you,
Yes. Well,
or you could go, or you can also, come to the virtual spiritual retreat.
yeah, that might be easier.
Okay. Well, then you would learn a lot of stuff. And so, because we just kind of go, sometimes we go fast and sometimes we go slow, but we go. And so I'm able to explain as I'm explaining things to other people, I can also explain things to you. And so, and we also address the virtual audience as well. And so, but you're one that's on your path now. And so, but you can learn a lot really fast when you're on the path you're on. I feel good about you. Really good. Okay.
Great. Thank you so much.
All right. Good luck, honey. Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah. She
Bye.
actually said thank you and meant it, Dean. There.
Yeah. Awesome.
That's just
She's
because she
awesome.
don't.
I love her.
That's just because she don't know you yet.
What? What?
I said thank
Nice.
you.
What's wrong with you?
I say thank you all the time to you. I appreciate you.
No.
We appreciate you, Gary.
I call it
Yeah.
blowing smoke.
I do appreciate you.
Yeah, sure.
Oh.
Anyway, who we talking to?
Thank
Sometimes.
you, Gary. I'm going to go to Laura. She's been waiting for a while. Thank you, Laura, for being so patient.
Unmute yourself, Laura.
Yes. Hi, Laura.
Oh, hello. Thank you. I'm really surprised. Oh.
Hey, girl.
Hi, Gary. I last saw you probably 14 or 15 years ago.
Oh, wow. That was back when I was young.
Yeah. I think the hair got bigger.
Oh, good. No, I got fatter. If I get fatter, I get bigger hair. Yeah.
It all balances out.
Yeah, it all balances out. No, anyway. So, yeah, what's your question?
In that time, I've lost my mom and my dad. And I've just moved from Australia back to the United States, which was very difficult. And I've been quite depressed since then. And I need to get a job and have a career.
Did I see you? Did I see you in Australia or America?
In America, but I spoke to you on the phone, I think, when I was in Australia as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I was down there too. So I didn't know if I saw you down there. I saw a lot of people in Australia and New Zealand. And I'm just clearing you off. Here we go. Let me just fix you. You want me to fix you? Right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm pulling all these negative entities off of you, and they look like they've got tentacles. And there they go. And I just peeled them out of you. And so what city do you live in now?
St. Paul in Minnesota.
Okay. All right. It's a good place to live. There we go. I'm just peeling this dark energy off of you. Give me a minute. Boy, you got a lot of stuff. You got old traumas. And so, is there an old relationship that wore you out?
I don't know.
Way back? This is probably something you don't think about right now, but way back.
Yeah, I wouldn't know which one.
Was there, okay, but did you have a few that were negative early on?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Long time ago though.
Yeah, a long time ago. Right. Okay. There's a trauma there, and I just got rid of it. Feel that? You got light in your hands, your feet, everything got light. Feel that?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And so this was a relationship you went through, and you felt a loss with this relationship. And now it keys in. Anytime you have a loss, you pull back all that energy. And so if you can go back to the original trauma of something, a lot of times you'll totally heal the person. And so I was just concerned with healing you, not with your current issues, but going back and getting rid of the original trauma. And see, then you built all these traumas on top of that trauma, creating your depressed world. You see? And so I fixed it. And actually I fixed you right then. And so you'll notice your feet are warming up right now. Can you feel that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you got all this light going through your body. I think you're going to be fine. And
excellent. Thank you.
Yeah, you'll feel very different. Sometimes you get depressed for nothing, right? You just embrace being depressed. I'm a depressed person. Whee!
No, I don't want to be. No, definitely not.
No. Who the hell would? So you don't want to be depressed. And so, but I went back. It was an old trauma, and there was there was a relationship where it broke up, and somebody went away, or you went away, whoever that was. Does that make any sense? Do you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. That. And so, but I fixed it. And so,
okay.
Sometimes
Thank you.
Sometimes you go into disassociations, which means denial, and you disassociate from it, but you don't forgive it. And then it becomes a trauma, and it's embedded, and then you build all these other traumas on top of it. I got rid of, how many? What's the number? 406 major traumas. And so you feel really light when I told you the number 406.
Oh,
right?
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I got rid of 406 major traumas. If you went to therapy, it'd take them about 22 years to do that. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have 20. You don't have 22 years to go do that. You'll be talking to me again, and hey, I talked to you 22 years ago, And so, yeah, but no, I got rid of all those traumas that quick.
Thank you. Oh my goodness.
And that saved you 22 years of therapy. So, yeah, and I can see it. Look at her eyes, guys. Look at her eyes. Her smile is sincere. It's genuine. Your eyes look totally different. Look in the mirror after we get off the air, and you'll see a different you. And so just be different. You'll be fine. I fixed it. There we are. Simple.
Thank you, Gary.
Hey, good luck. Good luck.
Thank
Don't wait 14 years. Don't wait 14 years.
I won't.
Yeah, you're really spiritually gifted. You should come to a spiritual retreat. If not, at least go to the virtual retreat, and you'll actually freak out at what you get out of it. So
all right.
May 4th. For all you guys, May 4th through the 7th, and also book a private reading with me. You can call Dean now, 800-827-GARY or GarySpivey.com. And so I would love to talk to you. I'm doing readings tomorrow, which is crazy, but we added a day, and we added a day next week. And so here's a spiritual retreat, May 4th through the 7th. And if you want to, just call Michelle. That's an easy thing to do. 702-822-0548, 702-822-0548, or Michelle at GarySpivey.com. I just love you guys. We've got one more, right, Michelle? One more is burning a hole in your head.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Thank you so much, Gary. I appreciate it. I'm going to get one more new person in. Her name is Jillian. So Jillian,
Michelle?
I got her right here.
All right.
Go ahead. Hi, Jillian. Go ahead and unmute yourself. Thank you, Gary, so much.
Yeah. Jillian, how are you?
Jillian.
She's unmuted. Can you talk, Jillian, so we can see we can hear you?
Yay.
Yes.
You're
What's your
welcome.
question? What's your question, honey? You got beautiful eyes. Look at your eyes. Good
Thank
Lord.
you so much.
Those are pretty. Yeah. What's your question?
My question is, I'm a healer also, and I feel drawn to put a lot of the tools that I have online on blog posts, on videos, and helping people, because I have early childhood trauma that I healed a lot of, not all of it, but I want to help people, but I'm really worried that I'm going to shoot my business in the foot.
How come?
By putting pretty much all of the tools online. I've hired coaches, and they said you can't do that. You have to only give like drips of little information online, and then people pay you for the rest. And I really feel drawn to.
Well, I think that does work in some business settings. I get it. Believe me, I'm pretty good with marketing stuff, because that's what I've done my whole life. And so that makes sense in marketing, but it doesn't make any sense in healing. If I get a spiritual gift, I can't wait to tell everybody about it.
Yes.
If I get a spiritual gift, I can't wait to share it, because I am one with everybody. I want to be one with everybody. And if I've got somebody that takes their time and they come and hang out with me during a Zoom podcast, or if they come to a retreat, or if they book a private reading, I don't hold back anything. I've never held back anything ever, and never plan to. So there's my business model, right? And so I think that coaches are correct in their marketing concepts, but that's not correct in oneness. You gotta, I see you. You really are gifted. I like you. I really do. I love everybody, but I really like you. And so you're really gifted, and you should not hold back anything ever ever. You should just do everything that you feel led to do. And so there's no downside to letting people know how talented you are. And there's a big need for healing. You're not going to run out of people that need some healing. You see, because we all do. I do. Everybody does, right? And so you just need to play yourself in the movie. And some of the marketing concepts you got from some of the people you're working with are good. That's what I see. But however, that one does not apply to healers. If you can heal somebody, you got a gift, and you can help somebody, you dig deep and try your best, and tell them everything you know, everything. And if they can do it too, I try to teach everybody how to do everything I can do. And so I guess I'm trying to replace me, but it's okay. I don't mind. There's plenty of people to work with. And so, and there always will be. And that means you're doing a good job. And I see you really are capable of doing a good job. So just do that. And don't hold back. I would go the other way. I'd be wide open. I always try to share everything. And I think if you do, you're going to be quite happy at your results. That's what I see. And I see you being successful. I see you being successful at what you do. I feel really good about you. Really good.
Oh, thank you. Can I ask you to see if music is infused in this business or if it's something different?
It's both.
Okay.
Yeah, it's both. Yeah. And everybody has their own method. Everybody has their own way, their own thing. And so everybody gets the point across a little different way, but that's their way. And so you just be yourself in the movie, then you're your true I am. You will always be better in your truth and your who you are. Just say I am. Say I am.
I am.
You are. Yeah. See, your hands got warm. You felt a surge of warmth. You see? Yeah. That's that's the light. And so that light is all. That's it. As simple as that. And so you're going to be fine. I'm pulling a little bit of a dark energy off your head. You with some of the things you're trying to do really well, you're overthinking. You almost need to shut up. You know, like you overthink. Does that make sense?
100%.
Yeah. So don't overthink it. Just do it. And so there you go. I cleared you. You're fine. You're going to be good. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. You feel light in your head now. See, it's a different feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I see your eyes are really lit up now. They look great. So anyway, good luck, honey. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you so much. Michelle, who we got? We got one
Oh,
more.
really? We get to go to another. Oh, okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and we
Okay,
get and the Enlightenment Club. Hey, join us. If you're not in the Enlightenment Club, I don't know why not. Be a part of the Enlightenment Club and just join us for our energy clearings every Wednesday. This is and we have a master class once a month. This one is April 30th, and you guys, that's on Sunday from 2 to 5, and we hang out and we take it a little slower. We break it down and figure out like how things work, why they're not working, how do you make them work better, how do you use the spiritual gifts you got, what spiritual gifts did we get all month that are super important, which ones do we need to pull out of the archives and use again. We're so lucky to be able to get so many spiritual gifts. Not everybody gets spiritual gifts because they don't even understand the concept of how to do it. And so you want to, teach your family, teach your friends, get them to join in. And so, but if you're not in the energy clearings, you just have to join us and join the Enlightenment Club, GarySpivey.com/Enlightenment Club. And so there we go. Thank you.
Thank you, Gary, for letting us have one more person.
All right. Yeah, I can feel
Okay,
you.
one more. It's a new person, Jessica. Is it? Did I say that right? Jessica.
I don't see it.
Did she hang up already?
But
Do you see
Jay?
Okay. Well, if she's not there, well, then we're gonna go to Sandra Ornelas. Ornelas?
Yep, I see her.
Okay. Thanks, Gary.
Hey, Sandra.
Sandra,
How are
unmute
you?
yourself.
Hi.
Hey.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes.
Hi, Gary. Hi, guys.
Hey.
Question. I had the most horrible week, and I've been using the cleaning method, the asking for the tool and the sword.
And your computer froze.
Oh.
Yeah, she froze.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So your week's still going. So, so let me clear. Let me clear your energy.
Oh my God.
I'm going to clear your energy for you, and I think you're going to feel really, really good. And so you're going to
brand new job that I got. Here we go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh,
so what's going on? Is there a demon or something? I've been clearing myself. Oh my gosh.
You're backwards in your body.
Okay.
Yeah, you're backwards. I'm flipping you around there. See how your head got dizzy?
Oh my gosh, did I feel that? I got
and so-
goosebumps.
Yeah, so you were backwards, and so you're starting to sweat. So you were backwards in your body, and so you were doing everything exactly backwards.
Okay.
And now you'll find you'll do everything the other way, which is your intentions, your true intentions. If you wanted to walk forward, you would take off running backwards. And so now I got you all straightened out, and I cleared it. I see a bunch of angels around you. The angel Michael is very prevalent in your field. Do you meditate to Angel Michael?
Yes,
Oh, you do?
I have a lot of saints, yes. And
Okay.
sometimes I see them. I do.
Yeah. Well, you're very gifted. And so the angel Michael's so strong with you. So that's a good one for you. And
Thank
so, but I'm just seeing that. I see Christ energy around you, a lot of God energy around you. So you're really gifted. You were just backwards. That's
Okay.
all.
Now
And
I
so
know
now
what
you-
I feel.
Yeah. And so that's what that was. And
Okay.
so that's a benefit of actually coming to a spiritual retreat. Not only do you figure out things that I tell you, you figure out things that I'm telling other people and how they're, what their thing is they're going through. And you go, oh my God, I was doing the same. Or you'll meet friends at spiritual retreats and you stay in touch and you guys compare notes and you figure out a lot of stuff, because it really helps if you have other people that are spiritually gifted in your world. And so I think that's the only thing you're missing. And so that's what I feel. And so we're not islands, you see, but that's a really good, your computer's frozen, but at least this is a pretty nice frame.
Yeah. I guess you can still hear us. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you can hear us. Well, lots of love to you. I cleared you. You're going to feel better. Good luck with it. There we go.
Awesome.
And so, well, thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for tapping in. I don't know what else I could talk about, but there we are. I appreciate you. Wow. Big kisses, big love to all of you guys. I'll see you on the energy clearing on Wednesday. Make sure you book the spiritual retreat and come to it, or at least make sure you're in the Enlightenment Club. You catch the master class, as well as you can also do the virtual spiritual retreat, which is really, really good. I'll be doing extra private readings. If you call right now, you'll get Dean and he'll book you for tomorrow and next week. Anyway, thank you guys. I love you. I love you. Love you. Big kisses. Love you a lot.